dumb happens. I need 25 gold, so if I don't get 25 gold, this is a reset run. I need 1 gold. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. A boo doo boo 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 doo doo boo. Whoop. Pretty scary. I'm attacking all these dudes with one string. I mean, this looks like it's faster, but I don't actually know it is, because even though you are avoiding a huge walk back when it comes to coming out of Dungeon 2, I mean, you now have to add in 2 different cutscenes and a boss kill to that equation. That's what makes me not know whether this is actually faster or not. Is that Necropolis walkback is a pain though? I don't know. I don't know why I'm losing time here, but it doesn't really matter. I'll just delete the gold. Yeah, you're skipping a lot, but I'm not entirely sure if it's actually faster or not, which is what makes this a experimental route. There is an easy way to check, but I have no reason to actually do it. I'll do it if I'm forced to, but that's about it. No! Ah, fudge, man. Ah. Maybe the category will get real enough that it needs to get tasked to see what's actually fastest. No, I mean, it doesn't need to be tasked to understand whether if it's faster or not. You just have to time the routes separately. But I've already done something similar to that as well. But no, there's an easy way to check. I just don't want to do that work. You would just need to do the category at the fastest way that you possibly can. And then time it from whatever is different to wherever it stops, where it like equals out to be the same. And then you just check that way. It wouldn't be that hard. I just don't want to do the work. Because what I'm adding in is I'm killing a boss which has 2 cutscenes and the boss kill. And I'm subtracting the walk back from Butcher 2 as well as the entire walk back all the way to Town 2. Subtracting all of that. I mean, if I were to just guess, to me it does seem like it would be faster. But it wouldn't be like extraordinarily faster either. It would be like a couple seconds faster. because again, you have a cutscene that you have to watch and kill a boss. But this is where the run will end. If I end up taking damage, the run ends, and if the trick fails, the run ends as well. Right, I need to eat hot sauce because my sister ended up subscribing. I'll do that before we start Steel Rising. What about... I can't read that right now, I'm sorry. I almost took damage. What about chances of run dying on one path versus the other? Nah. Nah, movement's pretty easy. It's right here. Movement's pretty easy. The only other spot where I could die is on the way to Robert, but I'm gonna save before I do that. So if I do end up dying, I'll just lose whatever time it takes me to get back. I'm also losing time here. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter. Get power 4. Well, let's hope this thing lasts, because I wasted a lot of time there. Okay, so this should work because I did 20. There we go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the safety version of what I would normally do, and then I'm gonna kill myself as well in order... Well, I wouldn't even needed to have killed myself. Could have just bought the 1-up. Okay. This is the safety version of this. What I would normally do. So if I die, I can still go, but if I die a second time, then I'm gonna have to restart from the beginning because I haven't saved. There you go. So now I'm gonna have to go back. Here. Do this. let's hope Tancred doesn't kill me, because the run can still end. Get away from me, dude! Holy crap, dude. There it is. A 28-32. That's a good run. I didn't mess up anywhere. Did I mess up anywhere? I don't think I did. Other than the safety saves and that safety ending, I was gonna do it the normal way, but I'm like, maybe I won't, because if I end up doing it the way I was supposed to by talking to Grandma, and then if I ended up dying, my game would have soft locked, because at that point I wouldn't have been able to press start anymore. So I wouldn't have been able to do the glitch unless I kept playing the game like normal, in which case at that point it was pointless for me. So I just ended up doing the safety way, which was buying an extra 1-up, which allowed me to die in case I died, going over to Robert and picking up the shrine to then teleport back to Town 3, which would allow me to just done the thing that I would have done normally, but at a later time, and then that's it. Obviously, Tancred didn't cooperate, so that sucked, but, you know, I'd rather him not cooperate and not kill me than to not cooperate and kill me, because a few times when I was working on Gardakin, I managed to get the world record on that, but I ended up dying at the very last boss, which was Tancred, which caused me my world record to not be world record. Yeah. So normally what I would have done was go back to Dungeon 1, do that, leave by teleporting, go down to Dungeon 2, leave by teleporting, and then I would do the rest like normal. Do Dungeon 3, and then all of the quests. But what I did here was I ended up from Butcher, instead of going to Dungeon 1, I went directly to Dungeon 2. I ended up killing that boss, to then immediately teleporting to Dungeon 1, to then immediately doing Dungeon 1, teleporting out of that castle, to then going to Dungeon 3 and all of the quests. So that was the slight route change. So instead of having to go from Dungeon 2 to Dungeon 3, I ended up going from Dungeon 1 to Dungeon 3, which is a lot shorter. I can't remember by how long, but it is shorter. But the thing that might end up not being faster is having to kill the boss, because at that point you have to see 2 cutscenes and kill the boss. But again, it was an experimental route. So if anyone ends up beating my time, then that's when I'll be checking whether if it's faster or not, but I'm not really too worried about it.